however you want to spend it. A lot of them have been like one, real time mono scene, but
Yeah.
jumping around works too. Whatever you want to do, it's just about having as much fun as we can right now.
Awesome. I look forward to that. And yeah, I do a mono scene with mine, but I pretty much give this exact same speech of the, hey, I will follow you. If you decide to do that other thing, we're doing that other thing. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. It's just, it's what an opportunity to be able to connect. Whereas before you have to be in the same city. I mean, I guess you didn't have to, but that was what we mostly did. And now we can
Yeah.
reach out to people all around the world.
Yeah, the reduction of the financial barrier and the
Yeah.
physical plane barrier has been amazing to me. Honestly, it's, I mean, all of this I could have done without it, but at the same time, it has definitely evolved how I engage in the world.
Yeah. It's made everything a lot smaller.
Yeah.
And I'm really grateful for it. I I kind of dig it. I know this will be in one way or another. This will continue on even after we
Mhm.
get, back to some sense of what we were used to before. But I don't see it going away at
Oh
all.
yeah. I honestly am hoping for that's the truth, because like I miss live stage. I'm not even going to pretend that's not true, but
Yeah.
I love that. I was like, even when I wasn't doing improv, I was doing this kind of thing. Like I was connecting with friends this way.
Yeah.
So I don't want to stop that.
It's all that's what it is, right, man? We just got to find that connection.
Yeah.
Um, let's see, pick a number between 1 and 56.
Mm. So do I want you to play the counting game, or
That's what
I
I'm best known for.
I love that video. So let's go with 21. It's
All
kind of
right,
the middle-ish.
here we go. Number 21. And I feel like I'm a talk show host. I'm like, let's have some. There you go. 21, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21, 21.
21.
Oh, Alrinthea,
Nice.
always say yes unless you say no. Our
Mm,
suggestion is always say yes unless you say no. Thanks, Alrinthea.
thanks, Alrinthia. So yeah, no, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's in the ballpark. It's in the
Yeah.
ballpark,
Okay.
but like it's it's just barely in the ballpark.
It like bought a ticket and then it just crossed over, but it's nowhere. I mean, it's not even close, is it?
It's not stellar. Like it's fine. It's fine. If it was for one of our competitors, I'd see that and go, yeah, yeah, that happened. But like we just need more here at Mark Star. Like we need that stellar. Mm,
The extra oomph is what you're saying, Don.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Look, and I know you have it in you. I know that between you and I, like we have it in us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But this pitch right now, when we can't we can't take it forward.
But I mean, can I just like defend my choice? Just why I just
Stefan, yeah, yeah, no. This is part of the process,
okay,
right?
okay.
It's because my pitches haven't always been perfect, right? We gloss each other up. So yeah, Stefan, hit me with why this as it is enough.
Well, I mean, because it covers all the bases, right? Like you have people who their instinct is to say yes, and then some people who are like, my instinct is no. So if we combine both of them, it's like we're sending out a broad net right there that I think will attract in the end the most people. Sure, it's not committing to anything. Sure, it's not really even taking a side for anything, but it's more hitting those people who are like, I could go either way.
Mm. But you know that with advertising that the intention is to sway them, right? It is to help them make a firm decision. And even if it's not them buying that day, it's for somebody else to hear them have a firm decision about it and they want to go for it. So I hear you. I understand we want to continue to cast that wide net, but the more specific we are with this, the more specific we can get with this and in the intention and the emotion around it. You know this. I mean, you know this, Stefan,
Right,
right? Like,
right, right.
right. So wide net. This is the wide net. Let's just bring it in a little bit.
All right, all right. How about this? Ready? Now, I didn't want to leave you hanging, Don. All right.
Of course. Yep.
I know that you needed me to come through with something, so I came through with a couple of things. And I'll throw some out there, and if there's one that grabs you, then that's great. And if not, like we've known each other long enough, I want you to just be able to say no, pass. Okay.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. The new Buick Skylark. It's a car. I mean, I'm very specific with that one. It is a
Yep.
car.
I think it depends on how you. It's how you say it's a car. Like I think that would land. Okay.
Let's try it three ways. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Buick Skylark. It's a car. Buick Skylark. It's a car. The new Buick Skylark. It's a car.
See, I like that one.
Okay.
Right? It's you're just punching it. I mean, we know the Buick brand. Everyone knows the Buick
That's
brand,
all
and
I
even the
have.
Skylark. I mean, it's been in production for what 35 years. We
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
but it's how do we feel about it? It's a car.
Car. And then
Yeah.
you put a couple extra R's at the end.
Right. We get the pirate people. Yep.
The pirate people. See,
Yep.
like I know when we had, I mean, I don't have to tell you,
Yeah.
I've got the numbers right here, Don. I got the
Yeah.
numbers right here. That we were losing the pirate demographic. It was
Yeah. And you know, I mean, the Buick people came to us because they've seen how we have captured other demographics before. What I like about it's a car and the R is that we can regionalize this. We can go with the pirate crew and go car. We
yeah.
can go with what are the other groups that love to roll their R's? We can go with the Scottish group with the same, pretty much the same ad.
I mean, Latin America,
Latin America,
where the
R.
R's are there.
It's a car.
I mean, I think anywhere in the world you will find
Right.
people, and
Yeah.
you know, that's going to reach out to those people too who feel like, oh, I don't know what to do with this R rolling. What can I
Mm,
do? And then it
mm.
comes, and you grab them too. So
Yeah.
I mean, I've got several of these ideas. They're all in the ballpark. And this is one that I thought of where it's like
Yeah.
it's specific, but not we didn't get too specific in these.
Right, because with recalls that happen from time to time on those features that they keep, we don't want to focus on that and then have to roll back our ads. So I do like that. I like that it's a car. I like the intention and the focus on the car part. Commits doesn't overcommit. We can regionalize it.
There's one more thing I just want to throw out there,
Yep.
as long as we're talking. And
Mm.
again, if it works for you, great. If not, you could say pass,
Pass. Yeah.
right? Just
Yeah.
right away. Uh, it's a new client that I wanted to share with you.
Hmm.
Uh, and well, I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna come out and say
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That new client is me, and the product is Don. Will you be my best man? That's I want you to be my best man.
I'm going to be your best man.
Yeah. Well, let's break it down. Will you be my best man? I guess that's the
Yeah.
intent I have because I'm asking.
Sure. Sure.
Will you? I mean, yes, it's you. I want. I don't want to ask. I don't want to ask my brother. I want to ask you.
Yeah.
Will you be? I mean, to be or not to be, right?
Right.
That's the question.
Commit hard or don't even bother. Yeah.
Right, commit harder. Don't bother.
Yeah.
Will you be my? I mean, obviously it's mine because I'm getting married. Will you be my best? That's why I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Will you be my best man? And I'm asking you because you would make me happy here. And
Stefan, you and I, our partnership, the way that we work together, we truly make each other better.
yeah,
We bring out the best in each other.
yeah.
So I'm flattered. I'm flattered that you would consider me to be your best man. I'm gonna have to say pass.
What?
I look.
Wait,
No,
what?
I look. I am honored. I am truly honored that
You led me up to that water.
I
Thought we
know. I understand. I
okay,
understand
all right.
because heart of hearts, Stefan.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to be there. I'm going to be at your wedding.
Oh,
I
no doubt. But
want the best for you.
yeah,
And the best for you is to have your brother as your best man. He is family. He has seen you at your lowest points and helped you to rise. He helped you get your foot in the door here.
yeah.
And even when you fight, if you and I make each other better, oh, he knows things about you. He's going to be able to tell things about you at the speech that I will vaguely remember, but I wasn't there in the way he was.
So you won't be my best man, but you will be the best man.
Hey, I'm in the ballpark.
You're
I'm
in.
going to be. I'm going to be there, but I will not be as stellar a best man as Franco will.
Wow. I mean, I don't know what to say. I think that's. I'll be honest, I was very nervous to ask you this. And now you talked me into the best decision.
Like, I don't want you to be offended.
Oh,
It is
what?
truly I truly do have your best intentions, and you're like I am truly honored. I consider you much more than a partner. I think that we are friends and maybe chosen family in some ways, but as being part of that family, you gotta just share the truth of it.
The new Buick Skylark.
Your friend,
Your friend.
there it is. I
Sing!
I literally got goosebumps. Thank you.
Oh man, that was
Oh.
so fun. I love this. You're in the ballpark.
Yeah,
We bought a ticket. We've gone in. Oh man, that was so fun.
yeah, it was so fun.
How did you get started doing improv?
Way back when I was a teenager, I changed schools, and I didn't know anybody. I didn't know, it was clean slate,
Yep.
and the orphan me got picked up by a friend who was like, "Hey, follow me down this path," and he said, "Try theater." I'm like, "No, that's not who I am." And I got in there and went, "Oh, this is who I am," and that particular theater teacher loved improv. He was Australian, had been doing it down there and wanted to incorporate it in Canada, and I just like water. It is like air. It is like water. It is so natural to me that I couldn't help but gravitate to it. So I got an early start, and I've kept at it for in various incarnations. I took a break away from it and tried to fill that hole with anything else. There's this thing that they say in theater: if you can do something else, do it.
Yep.
Instead of the hardship of theater, and I thought I could. I did a whole bunch of other things that were interesting, but they weren't my heart. And specifically musical improv was what I came back to find other people who are willing, not just oh, I guess I'll do that, but come in full heartedly into trying to make up songs on the spot. And I was fortunate enough to find that group, and I haven't looked back. Even after many groups, after many incarnations, and trying different things, I'm still here.
Well, don't you find that in the last, I don't know, 10, 15 years, the interest in musical improv has kind of exploded?
It what I find is that it's in waves, because when I first joined an official improv community, there were people who were charismatic and good enough at it that other people started to follow along. I was part of that wave at that point, and then yeah, it died out. Like nobody wanted to do it anymore, or the one or two people, and we don't talk to them. And then yeah, there was this resurgence of it, and it might also be like whatever Broadway hit, was
Right.
in the general group mind,
Right.
that people were like, oh, I want to do that. So I think that kind of fueled it again. I find now that we're in this virtual space that it is easier to find more people around the world. So even if your local scene isn't into, whether it's music or genre or game or whatever it is, you can find your people, even if you've never and will never be able to meet face to face.
And I mean, you're right. It's like it's opened up that door to where location or financial resources were a barrier at one point. Now it's like, no, 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 you can go on and find those people who like to improvise the stuff you do and connect in a way we never have been able to.
Yeah. And then the only real hurdle comes the time zones, is trying to remember, oh, right, 8 for you isn't universal. It's, I have to now calculate one way or the other. And and you and I both doing this enough to go, wait, which way are you earlier than I? Like, who's
Yeah.
early? Whatever.
And that whole daylight savings time, there's like a week where Europe's off from where we are, and where
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
that throws everything into a tailspin.
Yeah. Yeah, I've encountered that a couple of times now. So, it happens, but you go with the flow, and you just and you. What I also have found in general, not just in the improv community, is that people are a lot more mindful about things like, oh, it was a mistake because of timing. It was a mistake. Like they accept that we're human,
Yeah.
and that perfection is, yeah, it's nice to strive toward, but nobody's truly achieving it right now.
Yeah.
Let it and so let's let go of that as the benchmark of the quality of
Yes.
X.
Yeah.
And I'm loving that, because that had been one of the things that I found, a tension point for me in the corporate world, was that
Mhm.
they want it exactly this every single time, kind of like theater. They want
Yeah.
this exactly the same every single time. It's like, yeah, but we're humans and we're more interesting than anything that you can put in that box.
Yeah, and accepting that there are going to be hiccups, especially with technology, which you have no control over.
Yeah. Yeah, and the more that we can laugh at it, and
Yes.
rather than being afraid or I mean, those happen. You get all of those, the roller coaster happening, but the more that we can just then laugh about it
Yeah.
and accept that it happened and move on, it's great. I think that that's great for society, and definitely in improv, we play with that being
Yeah.
true.
What you now your show that you do on Mondays? We talked a little bit about it before we came on, but the
Sure.
Crooner Show. Tell us about what that is, because like from your description, it just sounds like such an amazing, joyful time that incorporates the mistakes into
Yeah.
your set.
Yeah, so I'll talk about it in two ways. The first, the very technical aspect. So,
Mm.
Crooner is a solo improvised hour-long show on Facebook. It happens on Mondays at noon, whatever noon means to me. And what I do is I get an album title from a randomizer. I use Ooze Bear randomizer right now. I used a different one before, and based on whatever that title, I then ask people to submit suggestions, and they are, to that theme. So today was Snowball Effect, and so I got a whole bunch of snowball and variations on that, and often you get ones like a true, album. You get songs where you go, how does that song fit in with this general theme? And sometimes it's a single breakout song, whatever it is. But I get to explore in all those, and I also do this over top of, a looper that I have. So I'm a cappella accompanying myself,
So great.
and making stuff up. So I have a blast doing that. I do it when the internet allows me to do it. But the reason that I started doing it was I was let go from work. I was laid off, and I lost track of what day it was. And I wanted an anchor point for myself.
Right.
And we were in the midst of the double, if not triple, pandemic.
Yes.
The virus, the racial tensions, and then all the other stuff going on. So I needed a joy point, and not just an anchor point, but a joy point for myself where I wasn't focused on any of that stuff going on. So none of my songs, I think I have 3 songs in all of that time that were like in the moment political.
Mm.
As opposed to general political, or mostly they're silly, and mostly they're, again, to whatever the title of the song is, that's what my focus is. So it gave me that relief and that that I do, stress that is out there. It's understandable that it's out there, but for this 1 hour, we're just going to say no, but let our heart lead.
Wow. What a great let our heart lead. That's such a great philosophy to have.
Thank you. Yeah.
Where um where can people, if they want to like see more of Crooner or just connect with you or
Yeah.
follow what you're doing, what's the best way for them to do that?
I am of an age, so I am on Facebook. But you can also find me. I've started to transport some of the videos over to YouTube.
Okay.
I am on Instagram, Velvet Duke. If you do Velvet Duke and musical improv, you are going to find me. And I also, I'm doing one show on Twitch through the Pack Theater, and
Oh yeah.
that's called that's Crushing It, and it's my opportunity to do musical improv with people from around the world, including the Pack Theater.
Oh man, well, this was such a blast, and I can't thank you enough for taking time out. And whether we do it again virtually or in person, I can't wait to play with you again.
I'm stoked for it. Thank you, Jay.
All right, we'll see you, Velvet.
Bye.
Okay, bye bye.